Hey guys, I have decided to start or restart my first channel that I made. I'm going to take off the video that is up on it because it's appalling, quite honestly. This channel is going to be my live channel. It's a channel where I can just chat to you all and do little bits of creative stuff that I don't feel like I'm able to put onto the main channel that I've made. So this is a bit of a side channel and just little insights into my life. Today is a sunny day, so I'm in my garden. We've finally got the sun back after about 3 weeks of no sun. Lovely English weather. And I thought I would take this opportunity, as I can see all three, to do my cat tag challenge. And I'll start off with my crazy Spatzicola. This is Spats and this is Sabby. This is Spats, my big boy. He is called Spats because he has 4 white paws and he's named after Buster Jones from the musical or Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, the musical Cats. And Sabby is his little play friend, and so I'm hoping that you can... That's Sabby going over there, and somewhere about... Oh, he's actually going into the house. Kit! Kit Mog! I'm going to have to pause this and go find my Kit. Kit is my other cat. Sabby is our little baby. She is now 3 years old, as much as compared to Spats, she is half his size because she is quite a small cat. She is, as you saw, a ginger female, which is apparently quite rare. She was from a litter of 6, and 4 of the babies, 4 of the kittens were ginger, 3 boys, 1 girl. The other 2, which was a black and white, we think. Well, definitely black and white, and certainly a very dark coloured, possibly dark tortoiseshell or just black cat. Unfortunately, they didn't survive their first day, but Sabby and her 3 male ginger brothers all survived. She was from a stray that my mum took in when she was having her kittens, and after she had her kittens she went off again, but my mum rehomed the kittens and I chose to have the female ginger because it was about the right time to have a third cat, because I decided right from the start of getting my 2 boys... Spats is still down here playing with me. I got my boys about 7 years ago, so they were 4 years old when I got Sabby, and I got 2 cats so that when I was working they weren't lonely in my house and things, and I always wanted a third cat a little bit separate in age, just so that if anything happened to one of them, they'd always have a companion and wouldn't get too upset by being on their own. And so that's the reason for having 3 cats for me. 2 to start with so that they had a friend, and then a third added in at a few years later, to be able to space out if anything happened. And my goodness, my boys have given me worries at times. Spats once came home with a completely broken jaw. The vets didn't think it was... Not only was his jaw broken, but his face had basically peeled back, and it was the worst the vet had ever seen. And somehow he pulled through. We weren't expecting it. We were quite ready to say, look, if he's not going to be comfortable, then absolutely we'll have him put to rest. but he pulled through. He has made an absolutely full recovery, and he's still a little bit of a fighter on the street, known to be a bit of a roughhouse. Kit, who has come back out, has disappeared on us a couple of times. He likes to be outside of the house, and about 2 years ago it snowed big time, and he found shelter in a shed of one of the houses down the road, because it wasn't only snowing, it was really windy, and the shed door had been blown in by the wind, and him and another cat had gone in to get shelter from the snow, and they got the owners of the other cat got their cat out, but because Kit is timid of other people, other than me, he didn't come out at the same time, and so when I was looking for him for 3 days. Unfortunately, with my working patterns, I wasn't able to spend all the time looking for him, but on the 3rd day I'd started putting post-it notes on people's doors asking them to contact me if they saw him, and then I went for a walk up the street and was calling his name, and I heard him calling back. He'd only ever do that for me, unfortunately. He wouldn't do that for my husband because he's a little pest. But I heard him and I got them to open the shed and I got him out. Due to being shut in a shed for 3 days with no water, he's ended up with kind of like a continuous kidney problem, so he often has to go on like a cystitis kind of medication for cats. And he's come back out. He's gone into the boys' Wendy house. So we're going to go in and see him, if he will let us. So I'm hoping you can see him. This is my black cat, Kit. He was the first cat that I got or chose. His litter brother is Spats, but Kit was always going to be mine. He is from a farm close to my mum's, who is a friend of my mum's, who has kittens quite regularly. I just randomly said to her on my sister's birthday if they ever happened to have a black kitten, which they'd never had, could I have it? And then about 3 weeks later, Kit was born. Their first ever black kitten, and I already had dibs on him. And as I say, because I didn't want him to be on his own, I also got Spats at the same time. So he's just enjoying the heat and the warm. Come here, my darling. No, being antisocial today. So they are my 3 cats. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get round to my cat tag challenge, Amy, because that is who tagged me. Goodness, about 4 or 5 months ago, I think. So yeah, they are my 3 beautiful little fur babies, and that's my cat tag challenge done at last. Right, I'm going to go and get some things done. I have a morning of freedom because today is my 4-year-old's taster day at school, taster morning, and oh, it's so nice to have them both out of the house for school. I can't wait till September. It's going to be so good. I think that's about all I've got to say today. So, welcome to my new channel, /old channel, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!